Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC, between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're off from Baltimore. Starting from the 5. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
We changed it. No, we changed it. You are X.
Lamar now from the gun. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. This one left for Lamar. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Lamar out of the pistol. Vacates quickly left side. He's calling his own number again. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. Giving 24 yards on that one. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Back play straight ahead. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone block. He's down to that 17-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Hey, Ozzy, shut up.
Another carry for him. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They give it to him again. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Now Jackson on third down. He has the first over the middle. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes you protect.
Oh, and it's no good. So an early hiccup after the touchdown as the score will stay at 6-zip.
To kick off for Baltimore.
So after the missed extra point, he is still out there, and he's going to put it back in play. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line.
I'm one, ready?
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Stop! Right, 80. What is that? 11, 11, Thomas. 11, stop.
Right to the air, Burrow. Shovel pass complete. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
At the 38-yard line.
Second down now. They need 7.
11 MT. Here we go. 8, 10, 11. Stop.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Locates Adonai Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
11. Gun. Stop.
The gun. They'll give it to him inside. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Stop.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. Higgins downfield, and he has it. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. A gain of 26 yards there. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
I'm one, ready?
All set now. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
Working inside the red zone. This is caught near the pylon. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Offense with an enviable spot to be in. 2nd and inches.
Here we go. Right, 80.
Out of the the shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bengals tie it up late in the first. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yeah, yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. He tosses right to the short side. His first down bounds after picking up about 7. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. 7-6 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's a handoff. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First down. Here's Lamar. Has him on a quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, running back in the flat.
Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets this very close to that first. It's going to be 3rd and short at the 35.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bengals take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, or to put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
They'll run here on first down. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive.
I just love seeing the approach of this entire offense, not settling for anything. Yeah, this running back, he's finding the end zone through the running lanes. Let's give a tip of the cap to the big boys up front because they are setting the tone. 2 drives, 2 rushing touchdowns.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Starting at the 10. And the return man is hauled down. And the question now, Brock, is will we be headed backwards here? We've got a flag down. Hoping to help spring him for a bigger return, but he got caught, and it lessens the return instead. So the penalty on the return doesn't do them any favors, Brock. A lot more field ahead of them here starting out.
Hey, middle.
First and 10. Here's Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
It's hot. It's hot. All right. It's hot.
Pistol snap to Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now he takes it. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Hey, report.
On first down, they'll run. Space on the right. He's got room. Down to the 10. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10.
Here we go. 11 MT. 11 MT.
Now Burrow. Hits him on the out route. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And the Bengals have a first down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He's got a gain of 6 there. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Here we go, 11, Thomas. 11, on the side.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Chased out to his right. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals grow the lead to 7. It's an Adnan Mitchell touchdown. All right, so this solid first half continues from Brock. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. You always preach about coming out strong, and they've been the ones dictating the tempo. As a result, they add to their lead.
The kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
DC, ready?
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10.
Ready, shot. Ready.
Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
There's no question, Kate, with the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Report! Cut!
Down up the middle. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
A 1-yard gain.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
So 3rd and 6 on deck, Brock, as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from M&T Bank Stadium coming up.
Ready?
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
180. Hey, report. Tonight. 180. Ready, tonight.
To the air on 3rd and long. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
He takes this in on his side of midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
First and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
On 1, ready?
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Can. 11, Thomas. 12.
Off the play fake, Burrow. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Blown back, it's the handoff. Again, he's got room. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals grow their lead just before halftime.
Okay, we hear week after week how hard it is to run the football at the NFL level, and it is. But this guy today, he's making it look easy, and they rarely do that from the running back position.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals lead by 15 now.
Ravens 13. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Connects on the crosser. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. A 28-yard pickup there. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
UAX. Set up.
From the gun, they're going to hand it up. And he's brought down, and a penalty flag out on the play as well. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now first and 20.
Yo.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Completed to his running back. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
13.
Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. He'll have the first down and even more. And he's going to have this down to the 7. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
180. Report. Set up.
From the red zone on 1st. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Sit up! Sit up! Go. Finish up!
Pushing for the end zone, and it lost the football. It's not loose. And it looks like the offense got that one back. Yes, they did. They pounce on it inside the 10. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10. Burrow from the gun. He's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That is all-out effort, Kate, to make the catch. Putting his body on the line, diving for the ball. He earned that reception, and some more targets are clearly coming his way in the future.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Here we go. Hey, can. 11. 11. 11 MT, Kate.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Burrow out of the shotgun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
It's third down and 5 yards to go.
On 2.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
11, Thomas. Stop. 180. Place hot. Stop.
Again, it's Burrow. This is caught inside the 15. He picks up 28 on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10.
11. Here we go. Stop.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. He's got a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's an Adnan Mitchell touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals grow the lead now to 22 points.
Ravens 13. McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He's going to field this at the 2. Good work so far. He's got room. And he gets him into a good spot. Just a yard or 2 shy of the 40-yard line.
38-yard line.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. Now hit, and Jackson loses the ball. Oh, and the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
And that's not what the offense started with. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. Short pass brought in. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And now some great field position.
This running back has had himself a day, but not on that play. Finally, a little bit of catharsis for everyone on that defense to keep him from the first and get a turnover, a much-needed turnover on downs.
11.
Burrow now on 1st down. Has it downfield. It's Chase. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
11, Thomas. Here we go.
Chase coming in motion right. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. He loses the football. And he falls on it. So they're going to keep possession and a chance to add to their lead. Well, he got his own miscue back, so no harm, no foul. But they are still not happy seeing him putting that football on the ground.
It's not like he just dropped it, though. It took a pretty nice hit to jar it free, but what do they teach you? When you got a nice game, what do you got to do?
Ball security, Brock, is job security.
Put that on a T-shirt.
So following the fumble and the recovery, here comes 2nd and short. On the move, headed right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Know where to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
Pass didn't work on 2nd. Let's see how that affects this 3rd down.
It's good set. 11, empty.
To the air again. It's Burrow. It's caught. Chase has it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals trying to end this before the final quarter. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals grow their lead yet again.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
180.
They'll run here from the gun. It looks like they're giving about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
On one, ready?
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
180.
Has him on a quick hitter. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. Looking quickly here.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First down. Here's Lamar. He intercepts the pass. And the Bengals get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Bengals parlay the interception into points. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals continue piling onto this lead.
Ravens 13. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Fields this one at the 3. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
At their own 23-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Right shot. 180. Right shot.
Setting him on the dime. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
2nd and 7.
DC, ready?
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
180. To the right. 180. Right shot.
Blitz coming here. Jackson buying some time right. He tucks it and takes off. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. How about a big hitter? 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
180. 180.
Handoff now out of the gun. He got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Ravens football. They're going to look for points here, no doubt, but might be too little too late for them in this lopsided contest. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second.
Middle.
Lamar out of the pistol. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
37.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. The give now out of the shotgun. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on fourth down.
Yo. Go.
Desperation time here. Into traffic, complete. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. So an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble to go for it there on fourth down, Brock. They're moving the chains.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation when you go for it on fourth down, it may mean sometimes thrown into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens making the scoreboard look a touch better.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards. But the elite backs, they could take. To the house.
Lamar and the Ravens all set for this two-point try.
The Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
Hey, middle.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he has it in the end zone for 2. That's going to chip away a little bit at that deficit.
Bengals 49, Ravens 21. To kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right 80. 11 mighty. 11.
One play action here. Burrow. Throw left side, complete. And And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on first down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
11 MT, 11 MT. Dot.
Right up the gut. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Stop.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Hits him on the out route. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
And the Bengals 1st down.
They've got 1st down here from the 36.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow to the air now. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
On 1, ready?
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
12. Here we go, here we go. Dot. Dot.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Taken in by Chase, left side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go. Dot.
Dive play straight ahead. They'll scrape together a few yards, but not much. 3rd down coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a 4th down decision.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
McPherson's kick is good. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He'll take this at the 10. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Sit on. Sit on. Sit on. Sit up!
This one sent up for Lamar. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And they they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up second down and 21.
Go.
Lamar now from the gun. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
It's now third down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Jackson now, third and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on third down than they did on second. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Well, best of luck here. It's fourth and a considerable distance.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up. 180. What shot? Hey, middle. You at X. What is it?
They'll throw for it. Big gain downfield. And he is down inside the 35-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Middle. Sit up. 180. Sit up. Hey. Sit up.
Plowing up the middle. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Hurry this to the line.
Middle. Brings up second and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Lamar back to throw. He finds Bateman on the slant. And it won't matter in the end, but nevertheless, he's in for the late touchdown. The Ravens putting up points in a game decided. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
52. Ravens 28. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Bengals have a first down.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Here we go.
Rolling back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Good defensive effort here, drives him back across midfield onto their own side. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Break the huddle. It's second down now.
Here we go.
Back-to-back carries here. It's a tackle. Run good for 8. Now they've got third down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
Let's get set.
Another carry for him. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. So the Bengals take this one on the road. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Baltimore.